Yes, good evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing great. Happy Sunday to every single person. Happy Sunday. I welcome you to a great Sunday, and I hope this Sunday bring great news for you. Happy weekend. For those that are in Nigeria, tomorrow is public holiday, so happy Sunday, right? Happy Sunday to everybody, and don't forget, we have something great that we've been doing since 4 days ago. By virtual privilege, I was opportune to interview Dr. Stephen Akintayo, followed by Dr. T, followed by Walter yesterday. And today we have another great person to interview, right? So why we're doing this is as a regards to, the Global Wealth Festival coming up, and also for us, youth to benefit and learn from people that are way ahead of us. Like I said, it's not just about praying. It's not just about reading your Bible. You need to also learn from people that are way ahead of you, right? Through those that, have gone farther than us, we can learn one or two things from them. But yes, before bringing up the guest for tonight, or before even mentioning the name of anybody, right, tonight, I don't know if I'm the only one who saw the current post of what Dr. Stephen Akintayo just posted on his Instagram. I'm not sure, maybe he just posted it, but, he posted it, a few minutes ago, a few hours ago. I saw that picture / video, and my heart melted, right? So I saw when he posted the first shop or first apartment was a rented shop, like a kiosk at Ota, right? Around Bells, for those of you that are conversant with Lagos Ota, right? And after he showed that, then the next video or by the side was his new, or let me use the word, the latest multi-million, building that he constructed in the US. Kai. All I can say is don't give up. Just don't give up. When I saw that picture side by side today, that word came to me strongly. White, don't give up. But I want you to comment it right now that no matter whatever I am going through, I will not give up. Right? It might look like it's not going to make sense, but I will not give up, because we don't need to give up. Imagine him back in those days when it's not making sense, he gave up. I can as well just imagine what would have happened right now. Him looking at it and like, oh, I wish I did not give up back then. So one thing I want us to do and to also enjoy tonight is that we are going to learn from those that are way ahead of us. And for those of us that have been part of this session since day one, please kindly comment all the stuff that you have learned from this session, right? So comment it, from day one, from Dr. Steven's session, after Dr. Steven, Dr. T session, and also we also have Walter yesterday for Walter session also. So what is that striking thing that you have learned? So you never can tell what the gift is going to be, but I will say, no matter whatever I'm going through, I will not give up. Not me, not now, not anytime soon. I shall not give up. Comment it if you believe it. I will not give up. Oh, I see everybody joining in. I see Dolira, Adaba, right, joining in. I see a lot of us joining in. Yes, please keep sharing the keep sharing the live, keep sharing this content. And there's this song I want to play, right? For those of us that are Yoruba, and for those of us that are Igbos, or whichever stuff you're from, whatever state you are from, there's this song that is a general song for everybody, right? And I believe that before this year runs to an end, they are going to play this song for you. Let me play the song. A lot of us know this song because we grew up hearing the song, but they never played it for any of us, right? I'll play the song shortly. Where is it, man? History. So I'm going to play the song, and wherever you are, be happy, because they are going to play this song for you very soon, this year. Let me play it for you. That's the song. Yes. So just imagine that they're about to give you an award. It is you, yes, you watching this video. You are going to collect an award very soon. You are going to collect something great very soon. And it's this song that will only make sense to you. Hi. Stand up for the champion, for the champion. Stand up. We will celebrate you soon. You watching this video. You just joining in. Don't worry. This song is for you. Yes, that's for you. That's for you. The world will stand up for you very soon. Everybody all around will stand up for you. Yep. Yes. It's getting close. That's it. That's the song for you. That's the song for you. You have vision, you can see. Kai, stand up for the champions, for the champion. That's the song that we play for you very soon. I can assure you. The world is going to stand up for you. The world will stand up for the great things that you will do, coming further. You might have been through a lot. You might have gone through a lot. But believe you me, the world will celebrate you shortly. Well, that's a song for you. That's the song for you. Anyways, I just had to do that to stir up the atmosphere tonight because we're about to learn something great from one of our speakers. And today we have no other person, right, than, let me read his bio so you can actually understand. When Dr. TJ sent me his bio, I opened my mouth because I'm like, since day one, like since the time of, Dr. Steven, I didn't ask him for his bio because if I should start reading his bio, believe me, I'll feel depressed. Right? He's way ahead of me. He's my mentor. But yes, his bio, we can't finish it. Right? Dr. T came the following day, she like the roof blew up. And her bio too was way beyond, right? Walter also came yesterday and it was something else. And here comes Dr. TJ. Dr. TJ also, when I saw this bio, I said, nah, these people have got way ahead. Right. So let me read briefly. I'll skip a lot of parts, but the cogent one I will say, because see, it's very long. Just somebody's bio. It's like I'm reading a textbook. Okay, yeah. So let me dive into it. Dr. Akim Tijani is the executive pastor of the Transforming Church, Texas. You see, we are not small. I'm going to Texas. Okay. Transforming Church, Texas, Richmond, Texas, CEO and lead strategist, Calvary Lane LLC, founder, Accelerate 2063, and lead Teens Leadership Academy. Is a dynamic expert whose work spans multiple areas of leadership, growth, and empowerment. He has established himself as the catalyst for exponential growth, particularly in the field of project development, project innovation, and product innovation, rather, and event creation, right? Skip down, right? As a community enabler, Akim, or Dr. Akim, pardon me, sir. I think right now you should also be calling me Dr. White Barry because I've been interviewing doctors since 4 days ago. Yep. Okay, so as a community enabler, Dr. Akim has made significant contribution both locally and within the diaspora community. His ability to unite diverse groups under a shared goal has transformed lives and empowered communities to grow together. Like I said, I can't finish Dr. Akim's bio because it's way too much. It's way too much. Right. So today we'll be having Dr. Akim on our Instagram live. And here we have Dr. Akim himself.
It's okay. I was saying, bro, just stop. Just say Dr. TJ and we're good.
No. Okay. Dr. T. I think you also address me as Dr. Barry, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Barry, how are you?
Don't mention.
I said, when you called me yesterday, I said the prophet who used to be the former son of the prophet.
It's an honor to actually have you on board here today. we
Yeah,
do not take the
brother.
privilege for granted. I mean,
The honor
I
is
would
mine.
say
Trust
that.
me. I mean, how many people would have the privilege to be on Zoom? I mean, on live Instagram with someone who's who's made so much influence, in the lives of many people. So
Ah, no,
thank you
I'm your
for
boy.
what you
I'm your
do.
boy. You.
Our boys more than one. Don't worry.
Amazing,
Oh
amazing.
my day,
I mean,
Dr. Praise, my brother from oh, where is Paul coming from now? Paul
oh
Praise. Good to
yes,
see you, brother. Sorry. Go
yeah.
ahead.
I think I also know him. He's into music. Like he plays the
Yeah,
keyboard
music,
and all.
IT,
Yes,
that's my brother.
yes. I recognize him. Yeah. So it's really an honor to actually have you here today. Like from day one,
Oh, hi, yeah,
we yes we interviewed Dr. Steven.
yeah,
Day two was Dr. T. Yesterday was Walter,
yeah,
and today we have you, sir.
yeah,
One of the major things that this live is about is not just because we're talking about the Global Wealth Festival that is coming in Houston, Texas,
yeah,
but for
yeah.
people to learn one or two things
Mm-hmm.
from people that are way ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
Take for instance, if not for DSA, I'm not sure that we will be on this call. Only DSA can pull this, believe me, sir.
That's true, man. Trust me. In the last 2 weeks, you don't know where the DSC have pulled us into and where we have pulled it into also.
I'm
You know.
true, true. I mean, after the call that day, on the table, I said to myself, I said, I've entered. I know that I'm in big trouble, and I need to actually follow the rules, or else I'll be bounced off this, right? So,
That is at
thank you
all.
so much for acknowledging to be part of this live, right? So, without further ado, sir, we will really, really, really love you to. Is it in network in Texas? Oh, sorry, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear it clearly.
Okay,
I
okay,
was trying to share it on
okay, okay, okay,
on my
okay,
other
sir. Okay, sir.
platform. So
Yes, sir.
there
So
wasn't
I
my
mean,
that thing.
aside from the bio that I've read, because I can't finish your bio, sir, it's way too much. Believe me, I know that you're shutting that bio because if it's by what you have achieved,
Lovely.
it's like only God know, like a scroll of achievement, right? So beyond that,
Yeah.
can you really tell us who is Dr. Akim, sir?
Uh, I don't know. I could say I'm a man of many parts, but one
Mm,
thing that I know for sure is that my purpose is to help other people fulfill their purposes.
mm,
It took me a long time to realize that, growing up, you want to be, I could be many things if I wanted to be. Those who know me, if I really wanted to be a movie actor, I could have been that. If I
wow,
wanted to be a stand-up comedian, I could have been that because I used to do a lot of emceeing for my friends. I mean, half of my friends I did their wedding emceeing, and a lot
wow,
of them would have been saying, man of God, if I wasn't that, I could have been a soldier in the
wow,
Nigerian military. Yeah, because I also went to NDA at some point.
wow,
Because I'm a paramilitary boy.
wow,
I went to command secondary school
oh
just.
wow.
Hey, Kujusa, we are here. We want to command any command at all. I don't mind all these civilians. They don't know what's up.
Oh yeah.
But I will call myself a connection
Mm,
enabler, the one who makes complex things simple.
wow,
I run a marketing, communications, and corporate event management consulting.
wow.
I call it, I call it a concierge marketing and communication and event management consulting. I do PR, I do media, I do media buying, and that's all that we are. I'm like DSA's official US
Yeah,
go-to person in terms of helping to make sure that everything that he has to do with Gtext holdings, his events, his PR, is anything. I'm just that person that he calls, and I can say that it's a privilege that we don't take for granted. And DSA himself can be a witness that we leave our heart to make sure that they have somebody in the community who is a migrant and African descent who can actually do as much, good
mm,
work. So if you ever see DSA's interview on any TV station, it's myself and my PR partner Ivy that
wow.
just do
Ivy,
that. And we
wow.
are helping now to really kind of develop the whole entire concept to fit
Yes,
the United States audience. What people
wow.
don't know is that no matter how big you are, when you come to America, you go
True,
bigger.
true,
So
true, sir.
so it's been a lot trying to adjust, but we will get there. We're proud to
Wow,
have him represent the best of us, because what some of us came to meet in the US is that the worst of us have come to represent the best of us. So right
Mm.
now, in the last 4 years, God has been bringing in the best of us to represent the best of us.
Wow.
So that's why we're here. So I mean, that's
Wow.
just a little. So I mean, I also do. I also coach and mentor young people.
Mm.
That's why you have the Teens Leadership Academy.
Yes.
And then I also help to also make sure that any church that wants to plant, and that's why you have the word Calvary Lane. So Calvary Lane is a two-part. There's the one that any church that is coming to town, and I can really say there's no church that has come through this town that has had an event that I've not been able to help to do one or two things.
Wow.
Name them. Let me know. Let me not give publicity to everybody, but it's all right.
Wow. Wow.
And
Wow.
recently, I started pastoring the Transforming Church here in Texas, in the city of Richmond, where I
Wow.
live. Yeah.
So I think I already have my answer to some of the things I've been inquiring, right? So I also want to visit the US, so I already know the
Turn up,
the the, the two go
turn
person I
up,
meant to call.
turn up, turn up. Houston, Texas is home, so don't worry,
Yes,
just come.
yes. Obvious. So thank God. See, so there are two places I know that once I get to Houston, Texas, I'll stay. Dr. Steven's house. Obviously, you must open
You
that
don't,
place
if
for
you
me.
stay in his house, you don't go anywhere again. So don't bother.
Man, I
Oh
saw
yeah,
the
oh
video
yeah,
slash picture he posted
oh
today.
yeah,
My
yeah.
heart melted,
Yes,
right? So
it's a
imagine
beautiful
seeing
place.
from where the humble beginning
over
and now
over
3.3
three
acres.
acre plus it got three
Kai,
acre. It's a
oh,
very
multi-million project.
beautiful neighborhood in Richmond where we live at. So
Oh, I will not give up, sir.
look,
Nah, I can't.
don't sleep in Nigeria and wake up in America tomorrow.
Obviously,
But you will come.
obviously.
We are waiting for you. I mean, it will be nice,
Yes,
to have you visit us
sure.
anytime that you can. I think there's a
Oh,
better light here. Oh yeah, there is.
yes. Yes, I'll try. I'll try. Definitely. Maybe next year, put that into consideration to visit Texas by
Yes,
God's
please.
grace. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
please. We're expecting you.
without further ado, I mean, we're talking tonight about the power of collaboration and vision. I know this is one strong aspect of the things that you do and what you have been doing, sir. And today we'll just be asking a few questions as regards what the youth can learn from this live session and what they can pens down and get better about themselves. Because the truth is, we rise as a unit. We don't rise as an individual, right? I've learned that way ahead of time. You think you know all, you don't, because there are people that definitely one way or the other you need to come together to actually achieve greater things. When you go alone, you can run faster, but when you go together, you fly. All right, so it's very,
Yeah,
very important. I'm not a
yeah.
motivational speaker, so don't
No,
be
no.
like
See,
this.
I mean, try discouraging people now, so you will understand that every single word that motivates you is an asset.
Oh yes,
Yeah. So every word, we don't have to be motivational speakers
definitely.
to be able to tell people what we think can motivate our young people,
Yes, true, sir.
to be better. I think that there's a lot that we've been told growing up that I just think is a scam.
Mm,
You see, any man can be productive if they can find one thing that they can do better than every other person.
mm.
So if you give the soccer ball, sorry, in the United States we call football. That's
Yes,
we call
soccer.
football in Nigeria soccer. If you give
Yeah,
a soccer ball to Shaquille O'Neal and you give a basketball to Messi,
Messi.
they are both balls,
Yes,
but they are interpreted in the wrong places of expression.
yes,
But if you switch the soccer ball and you switch everyone, or you would just understand that you've given them the best to express themselves. So
true,
imagine
sir.
what Messi can do.
True, sir.
So what I would say in the young people of this generation, we need to help them find that
Mm,
one thing
mm.
that they do better than every other person.
True, sir.
School is important, academic is important, and that's why what Dr. Stephen is doing here is so important.
Mm.
That you can let anybody say whatever you put your mind to do,
Yeah,
regardless of who you are, where you're from, you have
yeah,
the capacity and the ability to succeed, so that
yes,
you can put all your resources, all your energy, all that God has placed inside of you to be
mm.
able to achieve those things.
Yes, sir.
I feel if we do it now, we will be able to do that. Be
Yes,
glad.
yes, sir. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, sir. So, question one, very, very, straightforward, is what are the key qualities young people should focus on developing to become effective leaders in today's world? Because I believe that every single leader, are from a home. Every single person is from a place, right? So, what is that one thing, or what are the qualities that the key qualities that young people should focus on developing to become effective leaders in today's world, sir?
Ah, that's a tough question. You know why? Because it could be many
Mm,
things. But since it's one thing, I mean, I would say the God factor.
mm,
You know, aside. So you're talking of the divinity because we all were created and formed for a purpose. The book of Jeremiah says, he says that
before
I
you were
have
formed,
called you to be a
yes,
prophet to
prophet,
nations.
yes,
And he also says that before you
you
were
were
formed in
formed,
your
I
mother's womb,
knew
I
thee.
knew you. So you cannot function outside the one who created
Mm,
you in the first place. So there is the God factor. The God factor is what gives you the ability to connect to divinity, to
mm,
discover within you, to say, you know what, my parents want me to do law. I don't really, law is not my kind of thing, but I think I want to be a cook.
mm,
And you're able to know deep down yourself that this thing, so it's the God factor that is there. Number two, I think it's mentorship.
mm,
I think apprenticeship is something that a lot of people don't know works. It has been working since 1835. It will continue to work in 2067
mm,
because apprenticeship helps you to have the capacity and the ability to see someone do something and you can do double of that.
mm,
Because what you see someone do in moderation in apprenticeship, you can do it in excess.
mm.
You can be better. I can use for example when I'm an Arsenal fan, up Gunners. When Ateta used to be with City, Ateta was Arsenal's captain. He had an exposure to Arsene Wenger as a player, but as a coach, he had an access to Pep Guardiola,
Mm,
and he was the assistant coach. So there was something that being under Guardiola gave to Ateta that is making him a better coach today.
mm.
His apprenticeship. I'm sure as a young person was that one day I'll be a coach, I'll be a coach. But guess what? That thing that he thought about now is already manifested.
Wow.
Right? And also be a team player.
Mm,
Nobody can do anything alone.
yeah.
In fact, whether you become a bad boy or you become a good boy, you need a team of friends or people who
True,
inspire,
sir.
who you can collaborate with. So there's no one of us who is left uninfluenced.
Mm,
The companies that we keep is what will make us whatever it is that we are.
yes.
Because if you're thinking of something good, you need a company of people that will tell you, hey, that is a good idea. Oh, bro, no, that's a bad idea. So I feel those three things, if you can unpack them thoroughly. And I mean, when I talk of mentors, some of them are not even physical mentors. There are people I've never seen. I've only met Miles Moreau once in a
Wow.
room of 9 people. But before I met Miles Moreau, I've read a lot of book about potential. In fact,
Mm,
when I used to go and speak to kids, I used to be the one that the kids used to clap for because they have all these people that will come and say, no, you must have straight A's. If you don't have straight A's, you cannot make it. I'll just be laughing. Then when I take the stage and I'm saying, no, every single child in this room has the capacity to become something.
mm,
They need to discover it. Bro, when in your secondary school,
yeah.
where are all the intelligent boys today? No, like, I mean, where are they? So
True, sir.
life happens, life changes. Academy is good, but helping young people discover that thing,
Mm,
that one thing. I mean, brother, you discover yours, you
yes, sir.
own it. You
Yes, sir.
That dispensation is
Yes.
over. If you did not discover other things, that could have been the only thing that people would know if I'm like, oh
True,
man,
sir.
it's finished. But you are much more than
Yes.
being the character of the one and only Bishop Isaac Oyedepo. So
Yes.
it's helping them discover that unique thing,
Yes.
even if it's selling bole, be the best in it. Have the
Yes.
community, have friends who can support you and say, don't worry. Even if it's whatever it is that you want to do, I feel those three things can work together.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, sir. First, fear of God. Second, mentorship. The third one, the company you keep. Right. I'm writing, so it's not like I'm not also writing. This is my way to learn. I mean, because I know that, sir, getting you on board for a speaking program, we know how much we pay in dollars, right? Everybody since day one. How much would DSA collect? That one, let's
Mm.
not even go there. How much would TJ, Walter, sir,
I'm
including
a
you?
stakeholder. in the matter. So no, so I
Oh,
mean, I can tell you for free, right?
yes.
Yes, I mean, I do consulting, and I'm honored to must have, I mean, worked with some of the most successful people. In this year alone, I've worked with Reverend Sam at DME to put
Wow.
his event together in Houston. Last week, I was with Pastor Kingsley and Pastor Mildred Okonkwo.
Midra.
They had
Yeah.
a wonderful event in Houston.
Yeah.
I did stuff, with Dunamis when they came here. I did stuff with
Wow.
NSDTP,
PPD.
NSPPD,
Yeah.
and so as long as, and I have a lot, trust me, we have at least 5 other events that we. So for me, as long as our people, I mean, I mean, people of African descent, as long as we're winning,
Mm.
and when I came into this country, so that I will lay a foundation onto why this is. There's a part of work
Mm.
where I'm paid to do what I do, but there's a part that is also purposeful. You
Mm.
don't find a lot of our people in spaces where there's things happening.
Yes.
Everybody's just hustling, just trying to do in 8 to 5. There's nothing wrong in 8 to 5, but there's a dimension of participation that is required in this
Mm.
land. That if you don't shoot yourself and turn up,
Mm.
you're just going to be there. I
Mm.
mean, I see this city. There's a whole street. When you come, I'll drive you through an entire street. You will
Wow.
think you're in China.
Wow.
They have street names in China, they have signboards in China, they have everything, and they have banks, they have markets, they have everything.
Wow.
How did they build that? And nobody stopped them. So the narration that people of color cannot make it in America is not as important as what Dr. Stephen is doing,
Mm.
which is getting the right information and being
Yes.
around the right
Yes.
people. So I took the better last 2 3 years to kind of just study other people, and I said to myself, until we
Mm.
collaborate,
Mm.
organize, and
Yes.
come together, we will stop. We should stop asking demand from this country.
Truth.
If we don't build, then we don't need to be asking. When you build in this place and people can trust you, you trust me, you're
Mm.
okay. It doesn't
Mm.
matter whatever you look like. People would, as long as they know that you are excellent, you're
Yes.
trustworthy, you're straight up, you do your work diligently,
Diligent.
they'll do it with you. Right?
Truth.
So for me, I mean, working with DSA, yes, like I said, I mean, I'm happy to be, the consultant working with him, and I do that. But beyond that, my motivation
Mm.
it's not even more, it's not more about
Monetary.
monetary.
Mm.
It's about I
Yes,
can
sir.
see that anybody of our people can succeed in anything that they need to do. We
Wow.
help migrants when they come to America newly, give them basic information
Mm.
that can help them settle what we didn't have when we came, that can help
Yeah.
them settle
Yeah.
down.
Wow.
And begin to get their kids into
Wow.
school, how they can
Wow.
get some money to be able to settle down. So it's much more than just the money that we make.
Wow.
The company has grown, is growing, but we keep thanking God.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. T. What? Man, like the way you're saying it right now, it's just doing like I should just pack my bag and head to Houston, Texas, like tomorrow.
Bros,
Like
come
yesterday,
please.
sir.
You are not the only one. So let me tell you guys, stop calling it Japa. Call it global repositioning.
Kai! I hear you, sir. Let me write it down.
Please.
Global reposition.
So that tomorrow when they find you are in Houston, and you want to be more functional in this environment that amplifies what you're doing, they should stop saying you Japa. No.
Okay.
You just mean you are a global figure, or your office
Yes.
can be anywhere. And you
Hmm.
choose to have it in America. That's
Hmm.
all.
So I mean, in the aspect of global repos, hey, sir, you blew my mind right now. Global
It's
reposition,
global
yes. So if anybody's asking, so
repositioning.
what? No, it's a global reposition.
Yeah,
Look beyond. I see what you
yeah,
did there, sir.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
great, oh, great, oh, great. Thank you very much,
You're
doctor.
welcome,
Um,
brother.
um, um. This other question is one major thing that have been affecting a lot of young person, and that's the word failure, right? So because I know that so many people one way or the other have failed, right? But they're in that point of what should I do after failure. So the question is, what are some practical steps? So the word practical is highlighted. Practical steps young people can take to overcome the fear of failure.
Ha, trust me, there's no practical step. You fail it forward. Trust
Okay,
there's
sir.
no successful human being on the face of the earth that I know that did not fail at something.
Hmm.
Yeah? KFC tried to start chicken
Yes,
business
sir.
for many years. No, Chicken George was
Hmm.
that one. KFC started his business at 71,
True, sir.
brother.
True.
So on Yoruba will say that keke tẹnìkan fò tó fi ṣoríire lẹnìkan fò
Mm.
tó fi kán lápá.
To fi kan
The
lápá
truth of
bẹ́ẹ̀.
the matter is that failure is the excuse of those who haven't understood what God has called them to do.
Mm.
Because everyone fails at the thing they are perfect with today. So I mean, I keep telling people that, I mean, my big brother, Pastor Koleshorinyo, used to say that you can never think of good without also thinking of bad, because what qualifies good is that there's an
Of
existence of evil.
evil, yes, sir.
So if, and I mean, he said something, he said this, he said you cannot say you want to achieve something as a good person until you have sat on the table of evil people.
Mm.
So failure is a thing that actually would test if that thing that you even saying you're doing is what you're supposed to do.
Mm.
It propels you. In fact, I say failure is a success in disguise, because it gives you another opportunity to try other means of doing it. I don't think it's the failure that is the problem. I think it's the thing that people will think about you because they've seen you fail.
Mm.
And it's too much power to give.
Mm.
Trust me. I always tell people that it's so much power to give to anyone to decide how you will respond to something that God has called you to do.
Mm.
You cannot, or it doesn't mean that you should not learn from people's opinions. Or
Yes, sir.
just make their opinion be like a guide to not stop
Guide.
you, but to
Mm.
propel you. Oh, bro, trust me. If I can share many things, if I think of how I grew up and how many things people told me I couldn't do,
Wow.
that immediately they said I couldn't do it, it doubled my resolve to do it.
Hi.
And I'm looking back and say, God, the time that they say you're stubborn, that thing, that continue doing it.
Mm.
And that's why coaching and mentorship, it helps you to define the things that are helping you, that are making you fail,
Mm.
so that you can take the guidance. Till date, brother, I have mentors and coaches. There are people that I coach in one area that I am good at, and they coach me in another area that I'm not good at. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, so failure, there's no, trust me, there's no practical. The only practical thing is that don't stop trying. Fail
Mm.
it forward. Fail it forward. Keep moving. Don't stop.
Mm.
Every we asked Elon Musk many years ago.
True.
Everybody is crazy. How do you drive an electric car today? What's happening?
Mm.
Every single car company in the world are going electric.
Yes, sir.
Why? Because one man thought about. Did he fail? Oh, you know, Elon Musk launched an attempt to launch a rocket to space. He
Yes.
spent almost $1 billion.
Yes. Yes.
He
And he kept
failed.
failing.
He failed. Do you know that he's done it? Now
Yes.
there are some astronauts that are stranded in space. They are looking at one man to go and rescue them. Don't stop. Keep moving.
Mm. Kai. Kai. Thank you very much, Dr. T. I mean, one of the major things that I heard in this, right, is the word that says failure is a test parameter to success. That was why I
Yes,
wrote.
yes,
That,
it is.
that was how I rebranded it, right? Failure is a test parameter to success, and fail forward.
Fail forward.
Fail
It's always
forward. Nah.
about looking ahead. It's not looking behind. It's
Yes, sir.
looking ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for that, Dr. T. I mean, this is I know I didn't tell you about this question, but the way you are giving me back to back, I really like it. Right, and I believe everybody too, you are learning one way or the
Oh
other.
yeah.
Please do try your best to share this live with other people to be part of, and they can learn one or two things about it. Sir, this next question is regards connection.
Yeah.
Because when you started, there was one major thing that you were really talking about is how God has blessed you with connection. There is something that Bishop Oyedepo will always say: your connectivity determines your collectivity. Who you connect with determines what you
Baba Ni.
collect from them.
Yes.
So I know that, let's call a spade a spade. God has blessed you with, you are those men that can move things as per your connection. Now, this is the question the youth, for me, I feel the youth would want to know, right? What advice would you give young entrepreneurs who are struggling to find the right connections or resources?
You see, resources. and money is an exchange of
Yes,
value.
sir.
People pay for a value for something that will add value to them,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
I mean, if somebody came and told you they wanted to borrow $1,000, 1,000 naira from you, right,
Mm.
on a small scale,
Mm.
and you've known them to be someone who spends money anyhow,
Mm.
would you give them the
At,
1,000
at all.
naira?
At
So
all.
it's so ability not to receive sometimes, majority of the time, is the capacity not to be able to do things
Mm.
properly. So every young person, I mean, you hear the story of a lot of people. I mean,
Yes.
go read about Tony Lumelu, or you
Mm.
read about a
Yes, sir.
Dangote of what the father. Yes, you might say that the father, they gave him money, or he could have used it to eat granite.
Yes.
He
Yes.
could have used it to buy somebody. He did what he multiplied it. I
Yes.
mean, even the famous Donald Trump that everybody talk about.
True, sir.
If you know his story that was the father gave him something and he
Multiplied it.
multiplied it.
Yes.
So it is not because, I mean, let's talk about the story of the seed, the parable of the
Seesaw.
seed, it's the sower,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Wasn't about the quantity of the
Mm.
talents. It was about what each one of them did with it.
Mm.
People would be willing to pay you or give you money to support you when they see the value that what you're bringing does to them or to anyone around
Mm.
them. Do you?
True, sir.
I mean, if I can tell you right now, if you think of one thing, let me say even the heart that you're wearing on your head.
Yeah.
There is someone that you can think of now that you know that if you go there, he will give you the best of the hat that you're wearing.
True, sir.
There's somebody you would think of like, no, I'm not going to go there because
Exactly.
your mind. I mean, I can talk about the networks in the country.
Mm.
There are some network that you will say, oh, I can never be that. Oh, I
True.
can never be. So it's not as much of you, the hindrance or the opportunity that is not there.
Mm.
It is about you owning that thing and developing it into a value that people will be willing to pay for.
Mm.
In America is the only place where the things that we look down on in Nigeria is what actually people make money. Tailoring, hair making, barbing, driving,
Yes, sir.
electrician, mechanics, plumber,
Mm.
brother, plumber here. My tap spoil. If I call a plumber, I will pay you for the hour that you used to drive here. I will pay you for the hour you do, and I will still pay you to do the work.
Wow.
So yeah, because so there's no menial job. There's only menial mind.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's no
Kai.
there's no useless job. There's only a useless man or a useless mind. Because every single thing that I know that people who have become successful in is the things that they know how to do for an exchange of value.
Mm.
Number two, when you're trying to do a business and entrepreneur, do you have a business plan? If somebody should
Mm.
come and call you and say, oh man, I got someone to give you money. Oh, do you have a business plan? No. I mean, these days, ChatGPT can do that for you,
Mm. True, sir.
right? Information about the field that you want to go into, information about where you're going to seek resources from. Do they have requirements? Do you have? I mean, is there someone that has gotten it or gone ahead of it? Are you asking them questions? How would they do it? So it's you. There's a lot of things you cannot excuse away in this generation of information.
Yes, sir.
It's so important that the young people know that if we had what this generation have now, trust me,
Mm.
I would probably be a billionaire.
Mm.
I probably will still be a billionaire, but I'm just saying that the access to information,
Yes, sir.
the access to capacity, right? Access to make the world a global village.
Yes.
So it's yeah, but naturally some people will not help even if you do all these things. But I can tell you there are people who would see you and watch you do what you're doing,
Mm.
and they will call you one day and say, I want to invest money in
Mm.
this.
Mm. 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 Yes, sir. I mean, I would say, um, this question, Terry, I wasn't expecting the answer this way. there is no
What were you
menial
expecting? Tell
job.
me what I mean. Tell me what you were expecting.
No, I mean, sir, I was just expecting, there are some speakers that'll say, oh, so the first thing to do is you have to make sure that your connection, you work with this, you get this. But the way you broke it down and the statement you are saying, there is no menial job, there's menial mind. Hey,
Yeah,
my God.
I've only seen
I
videos
pray I'm able to
of people who were
tonight.
I've only seen videos of some people who were graduates and they are selling puff
Mm.
puff, but the way they are selling the puff puff is different. I've
Hi. Yes.
also seen some people whose mothers were street hawkers and they sent them to school through that, and then they're able to come back and redevelop that business into something more productive,
Mm.
right? I think one of the lies that anybody can tell you is that you cannot make it if somebody doesn't help you.
Mm.
You can make it if somebody doesn't support you, but you can make it even if somebody doesn't help you.
Mm.
Because if you're in your most natural, and this is the story of my life, so the reason why it's a bit practical for me to answer your questions. These are
Yes.
things that I've been through. My parents separated when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
They made the choice for me. So I grew up as an environment child. There are three perceptions that a child grows up with. There's the family perception,
Yes.
there is the environment
Environment.
perception, and there's which other perception now? Oh, for that Lord, I've forgotten my sociology. But there's environmental perception, right? The first one that shapes us is the family.
Mm.
If the family is not there, the environmental one steps in.
Mm.
So I questioned a lot of things growing up. I was a child who never grew up under the same roof with a sibling. We were close, but we're not in the same house. So, and these
Wow.
are things it built in me a heart of service. So because I was saying that if I really want something from people, do I have the mindset of wanting to just expect that they give
Mm.
me, or can I exchange it for some value? So I grew
Mm.
up where people will wash their clothes, iron their clothes, wash their cars, clean their houses, and it was nothing for me. And I'm telling you, that act of service has opened more doors to me than any other thing. Everybody that I know that are popular, that are successful, it was through someone that the heart of service gave door to, and they opened that door. And
Mm.
so the last one, remain humble no matter how much you achieve. Humility. I am as probably as humble as I was when I was young then and now.
Mm.
Because you maintain the process that brings the success.
Mm.
Because if you do not, the success is just a mirage.
Mm. You maintain the process that brought the success. Kai. Um, ah, I have to write it down. Kai. Thank you very much, Doctor. I mean, this is way beyond, and we're really, really grateful, sir. So I'll ask this
Well,
other question. I mean, this is like the second to the last question before we talk about the Global World Festival. The third to the last, right? How can people discover the calling upon their life? So more like their purpose and vision. How can they discover it, sir?
brother, you're combining three unique things: calling, purpose, and vision are three
Yes,
different things.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your calling a lot of times may not be your purpose. Your purpose a lot of time may
Your
not be your
vision.
mission. But 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 they could tie together.
Hmm.
They could align together. I've been in ministry for well over, geez, for over 20 something years. Even though I wasn't pastoring a church physically, I was still in ministry.
Hmm.
Church is just an aspect of ministry. And
Yes,
even
sir.
though we're just planting a church, just planting a church 6 weeks ago, under the umbrella of the Transforming Church with Reverend Samuel, which me and my wife are privileged to. We have known him for over 20 years.
Wow.
It's Sam is one of the most humble
Yes, yes,
person
sir.
that I know.
I can
Even though
testify to
he's
that
just
one. He is.
so I'm blessed to I could sincerely just look at it and say this is the kind of house I feel I can be part of
Mm.
because of the person that he is. So one thing that we should dissuade ourselves from is to think that calling is something that is unique to everybody.
Mm. Yes, sir.
to the meat seller, to the road warder,
Mm.
to the mechanic, if we stop to think that only the pastors are called, the gospel will move faster.
Mm. True,
The
sir.
call is one call, is that the kingdom of our God may be revealed, and we are the kingdom carriers.
Yes, sir.
Our vision may differ, our mission may differ, but I think our calling is the same. And
Mm.
how we manifest, that's why there's a fivefold ministry.
Mm.
You know, when the Bible says, in the Bible says, those we are many, but we are all one body in
Yes.
Christ Jesus. So in the functionality of how we all do what we need to do, be your mechanic, but be a kingdom-minded mechanic.
Mm.
Be a hairdresser, but be a king. Brother, I have seen people go born again in a mechanic store that they did not get born again in churches. That is, in fact, if in case you don't know, sir, some people have been more lost in church than they have been in any places.
True.
So church
Yes,
is
sir.
not a
Yes, sir.
place that
Yes, sir.
but there are people that when you get to their atmosphere, a salon, a taxi driver, I mean, there's just something, about that space, so that you understand that the call of God upon our life is so strong that we all ought to know that church actually starts on Sunday morning
Mm.
when we all are in our normal world. That's why the Bible calls it equipping the saints. It says, "Go ye into the world." Right? So, but vision is a bit different. Vision is a picture of what you have seen that God has told you that you would be
Mm.
or become.
Mm.
So, you say maybe when you were younger, you have always known that you would influence people. Who you
Mm.
would influence, you don't
You
know.
don't know.
How you would
True, sir.
influence them, you don't know.
True,
You
sir.
just see yourself gathering people's children on your street. They just they'll just be like, "What is this boy has come again?" But you are reacting for a vision that you see.
Mm.
Mission is how to get there. What are the tools that is required? Are you doing? So my vision is to become an F1
Mm.
F1 winner. But the means to get there is that you have to learn how to drive
Yes, sir.
the F1. You have to learn tracks. You have to learn teamwork. You have to be so. It's how we get there. And it's important that this, I like I said, I like to bring simplicity to
Yes, sir.
complexity. Maybe if TD Jakes or Reverend Sam or anyone else would define it, would define it a different way. I like to break things down in the way that people can relate with it. Right? I want to go from here to that place. What do I need to go? I mean, I came back from DC this morning, where we had the wonderful Innovate Africa conference and, successful. Some people left, yes, some people left this morning to go to where they had a vision of going there. So people took train, cars, I flew. The main thing is that I have
Mm.
a mission to get home. I have a vision to get home, and the way to achieve it is by flying. So sometimes mission is the activity between when we know our vision, and the reason why people don't have the vision is that maybe they don't belong to a company or a place where somebody is telling them and talking to them about I mean, I see some people say, yeah, because somebody is a talkative, you will be a good comment, a good stand-up. No, that's not it.
True,
It
sir.
might inspire you, but there's a deeper fulfillment when you are really carrying your life's vision,
Mm.
brother. It is what makes someone, you give the same person a car and a key to the car, and one is excited to drive that car and another one is not excited, is
Yes, sir.
what prompts two people born on the same day that will not make them like the same thing.
Mm.
That's very unique to each one, every one of us.
Yes, sir.
And for me, every vision that we have in life should be premised on making the world a better place.
Please. Yes, sir.
If the vision is selfish, it's about self, it's about self, then I don't think that's a God-given. Any God-given vision brings value to another person much more than it brings value to you.
Mm. Mm. Kai. Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I mean, there was something you made mention that no matter wherever you are, right? If your vision, your mission, your purpose, what have you, right? If it's to preach the gospel of Christ, like you use that as a case study, right? Even in your salon, let the presence of God be there. Even in your mechanic store, let the presence of God be everywhere that you go to.
Everywhere.
I will share one. I will share one case study. I went to a particular location not far from where I've been, very far though, but not as far. And I was about going back home, and I had to book a ride. So immediately I held my phone. I booked the ride. The guy said, "Oh, he was already on his way coming." So instead of me waiting for him to come and meet me there, I walked right to the gate to meet him. Right. So I entered into the car, and when I entered the car, he was listening to a sermon by Dr. Paul Eneche. Right. So when he was listening to the sermon, he immediately entered, he switched down the volume. Because first, it was like, I'm certain that what he's thinking, like, he doesn't know, maybe I am a Christian or I'm a Muslim or whatever. He doesn't want any problem. But when he now started, when he was driving, and the thing was, the sermon was very low, but I saw his mouth moving. He was speaking in tongues. You will know this is not language, And immediately I saw him doing that in the car. I just started Raskopiande Vladiala. I looked at me. I was like, He increased the volume and said, "Yes, sir, yes, sir." And when we got to the house, immediately he dropped me. He says, "Sir, you carry an atmosphere." A driver, he says, "Sir, you carry an atmosphere that you could detail that I was doing something in the spirit, and you charged me." He said, "If you didn't do that, sir, I would have just maybe 5 minutes, I will stop speaking in tongues." And I said, "No, everywhere I go to, I carry Christ. The same way other people who carry their fetish stuff, that's the same way I also carry Christ." Right? So the purpose, the destiny, the mission, the vision, everything still had to dawn down to what you have said, sir. Is whatever you do, your purpose might not be your vision. Your vision might not be. However, they come together. Right? And most especially time, what bring them together is mostly the word of God, and mostly bring these things together. Not the business.
It's about functionality. It's about
Yes,
it's about every time that something is needed, that God has people who are available to be used to do it. Right? I always tell people that, is marriage a vision? Really? Is marriage a vision? Because let's not even get into that. Please ask the next question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because there's something that are deeper. I tell people that marriage is God's way of humbling man. Because how do you continue to love the one who hurts you? How do you continue to love the one who does things that you're like, good people's finishes maybe the first day of, but guess what? That's what marriage is. It's for you to show love to people even when they don't deserve it. How did God love me so much that, I ask people ask me what's the greatest miracle you've ever experienced. I tell them, you're looking at it. I'm that miracle. I'm that miracle. People who knew me growing up look at me these days. They cannot fathom it because they see me as a walking miracle. Right? So it's really just knowing fully well that God has one desire, that all men may be reconciled back to Him. That all men may be reconciled back to Him. And if your vision, your mission, and your purpose is achieving that, then you have done well.
True, sir.
And that's why I don't really buy into this self-gratifying. I was telling some teenagers, some young person yesterday, one of the daughters of the lady that planned the event, she walked to me and said, "I see that you have a very unique, straightforward spirit." I said, "Yeah." So why do you say you observed? So I was telling her, I said, "Yes, because it's deliberate, because I've learned that the way you meet people is not the way you leave them, even if you meet them for 1 second, because you might just be the only Jesus they were experiencing in their entire life. And if you misrepresent Jesus, you just say, "I didn't do anything." So, but you remember when I, if you had done this, maybe I wouldn't have been this, right? So it's pretty much how that sums up. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, sir. The last question before we talk about GWF, Right. It's a very simple question. I won't call it simple because everybody will learn from this, right?
I mean, I was
It's
wondering, you have not asked me any simple questions, sis. I don't know why. Why
okay.
you
I'm
end
coming
with
here, sir.
one?
This one might be okay. So this question is: how can young professionals, or let me use the word young, persons in business, align their career, align their career paths with their larger purpose and value? So how can you align your career path with your purpose and value, sir?
I mean, what is a career in the
Hmm,
first place? So there's a skill, there's a gift, there's a job, there's a career.
hmm,
I mean, sometimes we mix all that together. Your gift, you may improve it, but you may not need to acquire anything for it.
hmm,
Yeah, which also goes to the next one, which is the skill. Some people would need certain kind of skill to develop certain kind of skill to amplify their gift, the one that
yes, sir.
God has given them, right?
Yes, sir.
And some people would also have desire to have a particular kind of job.
Hmm,
So when that is done, my brother, the pathway of the entire experience is career.
career.
It's something that you can do for a long time or for a longevity.
Hmm,
And to answer your question is actually starting from the place of understanding what
hmm,
gifts that you have,
you are.
what skill that you can acquire that can help you get whatever job that you seek,
Hmm,
and then you can begin to develop a
hmm,
career in that.
that, yes.
Some people would have the desire to own their own businesses. I mean, DSA was talking at the place yesterday. They said not everybody can be an entrepreneur, but everybody can be an investor.
Hmm,
So
hmm,
it's good to know for young people to say that start from where you are.
hmm.
Some people will blow, but some people will blow you,
Mm.
right? So, but they cannot blow you until they see that you're doing something, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's why people, I tell you that start from the place of gift. What does the Bible say? The Bible says the gift of a man
His return.
would make room
Yes, room for
for
him.
him.
Yes, sir.
And the gift of the man is so unique to the man that he can have the capacity to be able to own that gift. I remember the story of a guy who was a banker who had an accident, and he thought his life was over, and then I think he was praying, and God told him to start using his mouth to paint. I don't know if you know that famous painter in
Oh,
Nigeria.
yes, 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 yes,
I
yes,
don't know if
sir.
I don't know if that's the story. The giver of the gifts
Hmm.
knows how to manipulate the carrier of the
Gift.
gift to function if
True,
one
sir.
area of the
Hmm.
gift is locked. So guess what? If you are a musician and you think your voice is what you need, if you lose your voice or you can never sing again, trust me, it's a matter of time. The one who gave you the
Yes, sir.
voice has in you other aspects of your gift that you have not discovered.
True, sir.
So
True, sir.
you discover it, you recover it, and you deliver it. So
Hmm.
it's, and then when those gifts, I mean, there's a lot of things that I do now that I did not go to school for,
Hmm.
brother. I organize complex corporate events. And I tell people, wedding is easy, very wedding. The components of wedding, you don't need to stress yourself. But corporate events, because the people that you have in the room you don't need intellectual people to gather at a wedding. They just want to come and dance and eat. When it
Yes,
comes
sir.
to corporate event, there's a reason they are coming to sit down to listen to you.
True, sir.
So interpreting that takes a lot of. So I know the gift that I have
Hmm.
from a very young age. When every other person is watching soap opera, I'm watching the adverts in between.
Hmm.
I'm paying attention to what the camera shot. I'm paying attention to the quality of the way
True.
the set is arranged.
True,
So
sir.
I discovered at the end that I was going to be a creative person.
Wow.
I mean, I like when people ask what do I say, if I can define what I do as creative media. because I help my clients to see the vision of their event and I walk myself backwards and say, you need to achieve that. We need A, B, C, D. So a lot of time when I see the day, so like the lady that my client in DC, the woman stressed my life, but I said to her, Madam, go and sit down. I know this thing. The way Messi knows how to use soccer and play is the way I know how to manage people and manage complexity and make it simple for that functionality. So I've said all this to say that there is a part of you as a young person that God has given you as a gift. That gift can make you a better person in academic. I mean, I've seen people that no matter how much they read, I wasn't a straight A student, but I was not also a worse student. But I always tell people that there's something that is in every one of us that is so unique that if we are able to develop it very well, we'd be able to make something. I mean,
Yes,
you are
sir.
in a country where people go and study what they would do, nothing, nothing. You have a country, people are studying zoology when there's no zoo. Okay.
True,
Let me stop
true,
there.
true, sir.
Let me stop. I don't know if that answers your question. You know, so it's to know that you have the ability and the capacity. And in business also, just as I said that you need coach and mentors,
Yes, sir.
which is why Global Wealth Festival is where you should be.
Yes,
To
sir.
come and hear the stories of two of Nigeria's Africa's most successful
As
individuals
I
who came
already
from
entering
nothing.
GWF. Oh.
It's the work they give me. So let me.
Sir, let me first talk about the question you answered because I want that one to be very, very catchy, you know. So, according to what you said, the last question, which I really sorry to cut you
No
short on that,
problem at
you
all.
know, one thing that I held on to is two things you said about what doctor said and what you just said now. Not everyone can be an entrepreneur, but everyone can be an investor, right?
Yeah.
Then the second one is some people will blow, while some people will blow you,
Yeah.
right? This is
Yeah.
a big word,
They
and
will
I
blow
must
you
say,
whilst they see you
mm,
doing that thing that you're doing.
they will blow you. Okay.
Bro, do you have a car?
Not yet, sir.
So why do you think your father used to say, take that car to that mechanic? Or your daddy will say, go past all the people that are selling a particular thing on your street, go to that person.
Quality.
It's because there's an experience that they
Yes,
have
sir.
from that particular person that nobody is self-made.
Yes, sir.
Everyone is people made. It's just that people are buying their products more than they are buying other people's products.
Thank you very much for that. I mean, if we keep going on, sir, the well at which we are already tapping from tonight, we just keep drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. We'll finish. But I know one thing for sure, that once I get to Texas, obviously, we need to sit down and have like not even a 1 hour, more like a 2 days in your house. Just forget me. I'll off my phone. And then and one can really, really, really learn from you directly, sir. Without further ado, I don't know where this network is coming from. Can you hear me, sir? Oh, please don't let it be the network in US. So it can't be the network in Nigeria. Nigeria network is good. Please, if you can hear me, please just comment. I can hear you in the comment section. Please, if you can hear me. Oh, Dr. T had to leave. I think that's a network issue. If you can hear me, please say you can hear me. Or let me bring him back again. Why is the network acting this night now? Network, don't do this to us. If you can hear me, please just comment. I can hear you, or just drop an emoji. Okay, you can hear me. Thank God, thank God, thank God. So I think that maybe Dr. T had TJ had a call. So maybe that's the main reason. But in all that he has said, believe you me, since the beginning of this live session, I've learned a lot that I am ready to implement. A whole lot that I'm ready to implement. One thing he said today, I don't know if it's only me that is going, to sleep with this word, global reposition. When they tell you that, are you Japan? Say no, it is a global reposition. So right now, in case you don't see me in Nigeria again, it is a global reposition. I did not jackpot. his global reposition, right? And one other thing that, most of the things he spoke about after question one was, the God factor, the key, the mentorship, the company that you keep is what accompanying you, right? Question two, one of the things he answered is everyone fail at a thing, they are perfect with today, which is true, right? Then the next one is failure is a test parameter to success. Fail forward, right? In the nutshell, it simply means that please fail now while you can. Dr. T, on 2 days ago said the same statement. She said, fail while you can. Fail while you can. So right now, no matter whatever that you are doing, please fail now so that you can get better in that craft. Fail now so that you can do more in that craft. So you can learn from the mistake that you have, got it. Doctor, thank you to have you back, sir. I thought we're not going to talk about GWF.
We have to talk about GW, brother. Sorry,
Oh,
man.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So according to my own research and, my position with DSA and then also with you on this, GWF. So I believe that after GWF, we'll build a relationship that we get to, keep talking and then keep, connecting with ourselves. Like I said, once I'm in the US, 2 days, obviously, I should be in your house. And then we can, yes, we can have time together and, really talk about a lot of things. So now, sir, what can you tell us about GWF? Wait, before you say it, sir, I know that almost all the information about GWF is in your head. You don't need to open any book. I asked Dr. T, I asked Walter. They were just talking, at the level of the face. But I said, no, Dr. TJ has the entire information. So, sir, you are GWF. So tell us about GWF and how people can be part of it, sir.
So, I mean, we all know that there's some kind of disparity in global wealth, right?
Yes.
And like I mentioned before, don't expect wealth if you don't have value to exchange for it. What we're doing is we want to amplify some of the most successful people amongst our people who have succeeded. Every question you asked me about failing, every question you ask me about mentoring, every question you ask me about partnering, these two men represent that. If you hear DSA's story and you hear Cosmos Maduka's story,
yes, sir,
is embedded in people who were resolved, even though they were failures. If DSA tells you about all the failures he's had, I'm like, and you're still here? Yes, because failure is the ability to do something differently or to learn a different way of doing something so that you can succeed in it. So so on the 21st and 22nd of September in the JW Marriott Hotel at the Galleria area of Houston, which is a proud area, is going to host some of the most intelligent people in in our community. We're going to have speakers, we're going to have panelists, we're going to have some of the most intelligent people, like I said, who have succeeded. And I'm just going to use it to say, tell every friend that you have. Some people like to use money to go and pay to other people that won't benefit them. We have people who identify with your peculiar story. One of the problems that we have amongst our community is also that we do not tell our stories by ourselves. We always let other people say those things first. Anything that I'm passionate about with my company is to say our story in the best of ways that I can tell people, right? So I just need everyone to talk to their brothers, to the CVI, anywhere in the United States. It's hybrid, so it's in person and online. And this was put together by Stephen Akintayo Foundation. Speaking of that, is many man of many parts. But one thing that I see is that is a man who believes in the success of other people. And I know that this event is going to be powerful. It's going to be very purposeful, and it's going to change lives. And we are honored to be the corporate event consultant and its PR company in the United States. We're ready. Tomorrow I'm going to the venue to do venue mapping, work out AVs, and just give people an experience. It's a festival.
Wow.
It's going to be fun and breakfast. So people, I mean, if I tell people that the money they are paying is not what is paying for the event,
True,
because
true.
imagine you come for an event, there's the venue, there's all that is happening there, and then you're going to have breakfast and
Launch.
lunch in one
Wow.
of the. So I mean, who does that? So the money is not really. I mean, I tell people that if you think that information is too expensive, try ignorance.
Ignorance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. True, sir.
So I'm encouraging everybody to have your friends. It's happening in Houston, Texas, and I mean I keep telling you, but Houston is the city with the largest amount of Africans.
Yes, yes.
Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Sudan, South Sudan. I mean, we are full. It's a wonderful, highly diverse city. So if you have friends who are non-Nigerians, it's not a Nigerian thing. That's why it's called Global Wealth
World
Festival.
Festival.
Come and learn how to leverage every opportunity. See, brother, I think Global World Festival is much more of a mindset re-engineering than it is an event. You
Yes, sir.
know, people don't understand that you cannot become something if you have not won that battle in your mind first.
Mine. Yes,
If
sir.
you believe that the uncle or the auntie who didn't help you when you're growing up are the ones who didn't make you succeed, then that's all that you will become.
True, sir.
I know that if you believe in yourself and believe
Health.
in God, is able to do all things.
Yes.
Because the Bible says, with God,
Yes,
all
sir.
things
All things
are
are possible.
possible.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So I mean, a lot of people will be looking at it that is it only when you will come to the US? I mean, I heard that there is a virtual experience.
Oh,
So
yeah.
please, sir, take us on that.
It's hybrid. Please, if you are online, you need to, there's a discount now.
Uh-huh.
Take advantage of that. One thing, bro, you know, some things don't sell well among our people until it goes abroad. But this
Exactly,
one,
sir.
don't wait. Take part in this wherever you are. Togo, Ghana, you know, Ethiopia,
Yes.
South Africa. We represent much more than who we are.
Yes.
Africa cannot be what God has called it to be if our people don't unite
Definitely.
and collaborate.
Definitely.
Africa will not grow if we keep second guessing people who
Mm.
who seem to be doing something. You question everything, yet you don't have information that would propel
Right.
your life. Come, join us, register online, register in person, and join us in the city of Houston to
Mm.
come and be part of this global festival organized by Stephen Akitayo Foundation. And you can also, I mean, you know, check his bio on Instagram, Stephen Akitayo, everywhere. And thank you so much. So, you know, I want to call you son of the prophet, but I also want to call you the prophet. Whichever way is one person.
Whichever is fine, sir.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I mean, thank you very much, Dr. TJ,
Thank you
and
so
for
much for
everybody
having
that
me.
want to be part of this the Global Wealth Festival, like Dr. TJ has said, virtually and also on site. You can get your ticket. I've pinned the www.stephenakitayo.com/GWFUSA. Right, you can get kindly just screenshot that, and then you can Google it and get your ticket. Go there and get the ticket for the physical, and then the virtual also. It's the same experience because there's a host for the virtual, there's a host
Oh
for
yeah, there's a
also.
host for the virtual. I'm
So
telling you,
it's like you're having a
it's a
virtual
global
experience like you're
festival.
there.
It's a ball. It's a ball. I'm telling you, trust me.
Exactly, sir. So it's well planned, and I would say that it's going to be a great event happening on the 21st to the 22nd of September 2024. I can't wait to see you there. I will be there live, right? Also, Dr. TJ will also be there live. A lot of the speakers that we have since day one would also be there live,
So
right?
let me announce so that
Yes.
you would understand. There is a couple, an Indian couple that are coming. This couple are so humble,
Wow.
wonderful, but yet they are some of the most richest couple in the whole state of Texas. But if you see
Wow.
them, you will not know. Please come and hear their story. Come and hear that
Hmm.
story. How did they do it? I mean, I respect all that they represent, the Indians, the Chinese, the Japanese, doing very well. We need to be able to do the same for our people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. TJ. It's a great honor to have you here today, sir. We are
Thank you so
so
much.
honored.
I appreciate the
Yes, it's
time.
an
Thank you
honor. Yes,
so
sir.
much. Thank you
Thank you
so
for your
much.
time, sir. And do have a lovely, lovely night rest, sir. And my
God
regards to
bless
the
you.
family.
Thank you so much. I hope I've done
Thank
justice to all the questions and
you.
also
Yes,
to
yes.
bless people, I mean, and if it's okay if you disagree, it's all right. I mean, life is about what works for one, not work for the other. It's
Yes,
about
sir.
balance. So thank you so
Balance.
much. I appreciate you, brother.
It's an honor, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Have a
Bye.
lovely night, sir. Bye,
Yeah.
sir. So, yes, that was Dr. T. You
How
know,
do I remove myself? Oh, sorry,
Dr.
let me
T.
see. Yeah.
Okay, okay. No,
So
it's fine, sir.
maybe you have to help me. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, sir. Um, I'm coming. Oh, I think it has even gone off from my own hand too. So we have to end it together. Okay, yeah. So I've come to the end of this live session, and we cannot wait to actually have you at the Global Wealth Festival, 21st of September. Okay, Dr. T has left till the end. 21st of September to the 22nd of September 2024. All right, thank you very much, everybody, for being part of this today. Tomorrow we have someone special also. A lot of people were asking me, why are you doing your live around 10 p.m.? Why is it around 10 p.m.? Why is it around 10 p.m.? And I kept saying the statement that the main reason why it's around 10 p.m. is two things, right? Great people don't sleep on time. I'm sorry to say, but yes, take it as you see it. But that's the truth. There was one, they were once telling me back then that great people don't sleep on time. I thought it was a lie, right? But until when I started working in the path of greatness, I understand that yes, great people don't sleep on time. Most like I can still be up till like 3 a.m. Right? I'm not saying if you don't, if please, if you want to sleep, sleep. Oh. But the main reason why that statement came up is because the transactional time of your country is not the same transactional time of another country, right? Take for instance, now most of the people that have been interviewing since day one based in the US, I would not want to go, against their work hours and then, what have you. Most of them have the jobs that they do, but the best time that they would be online will be around that time. So stay tuned, stay blessed as you have a great night rest. I know in Nigeria, tomorrow is a public holiday. Make do of that public holiday very well. Rest, oh, rest, oh. And then, and I pray that this hike in fuel. I also heard about the news that Dangote refinery or NNPC rather has loaded over 100 trucks of fuel. I hope that's true, and I hope that information, or I hope that fuel actually will start, rolling out, because the hike of fuel is affecting everything in this nation, and we pray that the Lord help us in this country, Nigeria. The Lord bless you, the Lord keep you, and the Lord cause His face to shine on you and be gracious to you. See you guys, same time, same station, same channel. My name remains Son of the Prophet. White Olasokami Barry, right? So anyone you want to call me. But yeah, so see you guys.